Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Viradavakradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. Now, Saptamodhyayaha, 7th Adhyayam, 7th chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Now, embracing the divinity through the wisdom of scriptures and also of inner experiences. Very important. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Yoga is embracing, uniting with the divinity, becoming one with it. The practice, the desire, the practice, the action, and the final merging. All are called yoga. Jnana, now for to understand what jnana is, what does Bhagavan say what jnana is, you can go back to a few of the Bhagavan's teachings, and you can take this as a homework if you want. Basically, you can go back. I looked at some of the previous slokams. You can try 419 and then 436 onwards, a few slokams there. And then there is a 516, I think. Okay, where Bhagavan talks about what this jnanam is. Jnanam is nothing but becoming one with divinity, the oneness, ekam sat. That experiencing that is what jnanam is. But since to be truthful and to be absolutely honest with the Lord, since I am not there, I don't know what this jnanam is. I have not experienced it, right? I still feel separated from the Lord. Therefore, what does Bhagavan mean when he says Jnana Vijnana Yoga? He says this knowledge, this wisdom, this oneness, this one entity has been told to us, has been that experience of that oneness, one entity has been shared with us by people who have experienced it. And this is our scriptures. This is our Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. All the scriptures that we have, those rishis, they have experienced it. So we take the wisdom of the scriptures as a given. And then, once we put faith in it, this is what it is, Vijnana is the next word. Vijnana simply means we, the appellation V comes before the word Jnanam. And Kanchi Paramacharya, I learned from him long time ago that when the word V comes, it has got two meanings. Okay, like say Visesham in Tamil or in Sanskrit. That means something very special. Okay, it is not ordinary. It's extraordinary. It's very special. That is one meaning of it. Another meaning is, also we say in Tamil, Veda Vedama, variety. There is multitude varieties in which this jnanam appears all around us in the material world, both in our mind, in thoughts, in speech, in actions, in our perceptions, in whatever we do, the five sense perceptions we have, and the feeling that I am doing it, even that is also a manifestation of divinity. And whatever I'm thinking about myself, the various thoughts I have, various feelings I experience, everything is a manifestation of this oneness. So that is Vijnanam, the varieties of manifestations. Now, this adhyayam, what Bhagavan is teaching us, in the last slokam he said, you not only think of me and put your mind to me, you must also worship me, bhajate, right? How do you get devoted to the Lord? It's not a theoretical academic exercise. It's a very practical thing. How do you do that? When you start looking for the Lord who is present in everything, in Vijnanam, in the various things all around us and within us, okay, that looking, that process itself will give personal experiences. These personal experiences are the truth. Okay, not edited version, not not a partial version, but one knows, individually, personally, each one of us knows what the truth is. That experience, through gaining those experiences in things around, looking for the oneness of everything. One is the Jnanam, putting faith in the wisdom of the scriptural teaching, and second thing is getting practical experiences of that particular oneness present everywhere, and looking for that experience. That looking is very important. Rishihi, in our scriptures, what is the meaning of the word Rishi? Rishi means one who looks, one who sees. So they look for this one entity. So through that process, then you develop bhakti and everything else. In this adhyayam, Bhagavan is going to talk about that. Where am I present? Where is this oneness present in various things? He is going to give some examples. So he is guiding us, he is nudging us, pointing us in the direction. So that is why it is called Jnana Vijnana Yogaha. Bhagavan said, my dear Partha, focusing on me, depending on me, and practicing the discipline of embracing me without a whiff of doubt. Hear now how you will get to know me. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Mayyasakta manaha partha yogam yunjan madasrayaha asamsayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tat shrunu. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Mayyasakta manaha partha yogam yunjan madasrayaha asamsayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tat shrunu. Padangal Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Mayi asakta manaha partha yogam yunjanne mat asrayaha asamsayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tat shrunu. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Sri Bhagavan said, Partha, Mayi asakta manaha, Mayi, in me, asakta manaha, attached to me, okay, firmly. Mat asrayaha, mat, only me, asrayaha, leaning on, holding on to a support. And Bhagavan says there are 10 qualifications for Bhagavatam. Not everything will become a Bhagavatam. It has to have 10 attributes to it. And the 10th attribute is really asraya. That's a very important attribute that Bhagavan himself says how important it is, because that denotes protection, one who takes care, one who gives protection. So mat asraya, leaning on me for protection and support. Mayi asakta manaha partha yogam, this embracing the indweller, this process and practice. Yunjanne, we have seen this word before. Yunjanne, to practice with single pointed attention and focus. Then asamsayam. Asamsaya means without doubt. Doubt comes. That is the nature of the mind. My nature of the mind is to doubt. And asamsayam, without doubt, without even the slightest whiff of doubt. Samagram means completely, samagram asamsayam, completely without doubt. Mam, me, myself, yata, how, jnasasi, knows me, how he knows me, by attaching himself to me, leaning on me as his support, and practices embracing the indweller, practices embracing me without even the slightest whiff of doubt. When he does that, how does he get to know me? Tat shrunu, that now you hear. I will tell you. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Maya sakta manaha partha yogam yunjan madasrayaha asamsayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tashunu. Slokam number 2. I will tell you fully about that knowledge which gets revealed by practicing the teachings from the scriptures. After knowing this, there is nothing else left to be known. Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshyami aseshataha yet jnatva neha bhuyoho anyat jnatavyam avasishyate. Vakshyamya seshatah yet jnatva neha bhuyonyanyat jnatavyam avasishyate. The Padangal words are Jnanam te aham savijnanam idam vakshyami aseshatah yet jnatva na iha bhuyoho anyat jnatavyam avasishyate. Yet, which, jnatva, knowing, understanding, knowing, beyond understanding actually, knowing which, yet jnatva, knowing which, iha, here, bhuyaha, see that comes in the second line, yet jnatva na iha bhuyaha, right? Bhuyaha again, anyat, something, another thing. Anyat means something another thing. Jnatavyam, to be known. Na avasishyate, is not remaining. Okay, na avasishyate is not remaining. So that means knowing which here, after knowing which, there is nothing else to be known. That is what the meaning of that is. Idam, this savijnanam, very important. The together with, along with experiences, because the knowledge that comes out of that experience, savijnanam, the savijnanam jnanam, the knowledge that comes from personal experiences. That jnanam aseshataha, completely, without even the slightest residue, aham, I, te, to you, vakshyami, teach, I will teach you, I will say that, I will describe that. Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshyami aseshataha yajñatva neha bhuyoho anyat jnatavyam avasishyate. Slokam number 3. One person among many thousands of people undertakes the practice of embracing the indweller. Out of the many thousands who undertake these efforts, such really only one gets to know me. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tatvataha. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tatvataha. Padangal are Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tatvataha. Now I think we'll begin to understand most of the words. Now these are all simple words. We have covered this before. Manushyanam sahasreshu, in among 1,000 people, 1,000 beings. The sahasreshu manushyanam. Kaschit, one. Siddhaye yatati, to get fulfillment, yatati, he attempts, he takes efforts, he practices, undertakes efforts, right, to attain fulfillment. Yatatam siddhanam api, yatatam, like these people who are undertaking efforts to get fulfillment, among these people, kaschit, one, mam veti tatvataha, mam, myself, tatvataha, in truth, in absolute truth, veti, he knows me, only one of them realizes me, knows me. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschinmam veti tatvatah. Now Bhagavan starts describing. After this brief introduction, now Swami says, the Vijnanam, when as we covered yesterday, each one of us must become a rishi, of looking, hey, where is Bhagavan? Where is he? Is he in this? When an ant moves along the wall, we must not look at it as an ant. We must, oh my God, that is now the Manomayam is inactive. Like that, everything we must be able to relate to. Where is this Lord living here? Not the physical form. Physical form is transient; it's going to vanish. But within that transient physical form, Bhagavan is present all the time, indestructible. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? That's the thing that we must start developing. For that, Bhagavan starts giving some very practical lessons. Starting in number 4. Nature originates me and has 8-fold divisions: earth, water, fire, wind, sky, mind, intelligence, and ego. Bhumihi apoho analaha bhumihi apaha analaha vayuhu kham manaha buddhi eva cha. Let me read it fully first and then break it up for you. Bhumirapo analo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahamkara itiyam me binha prakritihi ashthada. Bhumirapo analo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahamkara itiyam me binha prakritirashthada. Padangal are simple. Bhumihi apaha analaha vayuhu kham manaha buddhihi eva cha ahamkara iti iyam me bhinna prakritihi ashthada. Now, bhumihi is bhumi, which is earth, or we call it as earth, right? Bhumihi. Apaha is water, and analaha, fire, vayuhu, wind, and kham is sky, manaha is mind, buddhihi is buddhi, and evacha, and ahamkaraha, the feeling that I am the doer, I am, that feeling, ahamkaram, iti, thus, ashtada, 8 types, bhinna, in separated, divided, divisions, me iyam prakritihi, my, this prakriti, kriti means to be done, pra is associated with the Lord. Whatever Bhagavan talks about is prapanna, we say, and prapanna parijataya and all that. That attaching that pra is sacred, most exalted. It denotes Bhagavan. So Bhagavan's, what does he do? Prakriti is create a nature, we call it in English, and that is what he says. This nature has got these 8-fold divisions. So the moment Bhagavan says that, we can start looking into this. For example, you look at water. We have been taught from young age in school that water is a colorless liquid. And then we were taught in chemistry it's H2O, right? Then that's the knowledge we carry with us. But no, we need to decouple from that limited introduction and really look at what this apaha is. And like the way Bhrigu Maharishi through his tapas learned, what is the essence in this water? What is it? How come it absorbs everything? How come it absorbs everything into it? What is the essence in it? Then we start looking into it. Then very soon we'll find that fact it's a colorless liquid, H2O. These are all meaningless. We go beyond that. Like that, we must dive deep into each one and look at where the Lord really is constantly. Okay, that is the first introduction from Bhagavan in Vijnanam. Bhumi rapo analo Vayuhu kammano buddhirevacha ahamkara itiyam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Slokam number 5. This is the lower aspect of nature. There is one aspect that is supreme and different from this. It is a life entity and the support of the phenomenal universe. Know that to be my nature. See, Bhagavan gives, now he gives into the point. This is the lower aspect, all this by that. There is one aspect that is supreme and different from it. And what is it? It is a life entity. It is a life entity that gives life to water, that gives life to fire, that gives life to Bhumi. And it's a life entity. Not only that, it is a support of this phenomenal universe. The universe is a phenomenon. It is a support. So where is the support? We should look for that support. We should look for that life force. Know that to be my nature. Slokam number 5. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jivabhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jivabhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Mahabaho, two. But yam, apara, yam, apareyam. Oh, I didn't give you the padangal. Yeah, sorry. Apara, yam, itaha, tu, anyam, prakritim, vidhi, me, param. Jiva bhutam, mahabaho, yaya idam, dharyate, jagate. Yaya idam dharyate jagate. Mahabaho, two, but iyam apara. This is apara. Apara means we say lower and higher. What really that means is that Bhagavan is present in apara as well as para. But in one case is unlimited, uncognizable, and limitless. And the same thing comes in the cognitive form where we can see things around us in a limited fashion, both limited in terms of time, in terms of form, and in everything else, right? And so both are really Bhagavan. This cognizable form, this cognizable manifestation, the visible manifestation of the invisible is what's called apara. It's not like lower or higher, superior, inferior. No, it's not like that. Even though in English it's translated like that, it's manifestable thing that is transitory in nature. The transitory part of it is apara. The constant part of it is para. So the para is present in apara. Very important. But apara is not present in para. Okay? Very important to understand that. The constancy is there among all the changes. And the permanence is there among all the transitory things. So that permanence and that constancy is what para is. So Bhagavan says, all these 8 things that I told you about, they are all apara. They're all transitory. They're all temporary. Okay? They manifested. Itaha anyam. Itaha, from this. Anyam, something else, separated from, other than this. Itaha anyam, other than this. Something different from this. Jiva bhutam and Jiva bhutam, very important. The Jiva bhutam does not mean just human beings, It is the life force of the various manifestations, all the sarvam sajivam. There is a saying in Bhagavatam, everything has got jivan in it. Bhuta means all the embodiments, various pura that we talked about, and things that take various shapes, physical manifestations. It also includes feelings and thoughts and emotions and everything else, that are cognizable, but that are transitory in nature. That is what the bhutam is. All those bhutam has got a jivan, that life force, jiva bhutam, the life force for all the entities. Yaya idam jagat dharyate, by which idam, this jagat, this universe, this prapancham, dharyate, being supported, that one may param vidhi, and know that to be my param. In this case, does not mean higher. It is a constancy, right? It is a permanence. Param, supreme, prakritim, vidhi. That is my true nature. Vidhi, know that to be my true nature. Now we know what to look for, right? When we look at the transitory thing, we must turn ourselves into rishis, start practicing that, and say, what is the permanence in this? What is the permanence in this? What is the constants in this? Okay, we start looking into that, automatically that will start revealing itself to us. So that's the second teaching from the Lord. Apareyam itas panyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat. Slokam number 6. Know that all beings originate from these two aspects of nature. I am the creation and the dissolution of all worlds. It's how Bhagavan says, not only a creator or dissolver. No, he says, I am the creation. And the moment you say I am the creator, then the creator, you're differentiating it from the creation itself. Creation and creator are one and the same. Creation is temporary, creator is permanent. Creation is transient, creator is constant. And it's a beautiful thing to an entry point into the world of spirituality, because when you focus on creation, then you forget the creator. The creator is hiding behind. But if you start looking for the creator hidden in or hiding behind the creation, then he will reveal himself to you. So he says, I am the creation and the dissolution of all worlds. Slokam number 6. Yetad yonini bhutani sarvanit upadharaya aham Krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayah tatha yetad yonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharaya aham Krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayah tatha. Padangal are Yetat Yonini Bhutani Sarvani Iti Upadharaya Aham Krishnasya Jagataha Prabhavaha Pralayah Tatha. Sarvani Bhutani Yetat Yonini Iti Upadharaya. Sarvani, all. Bhutani, all the manifestations all the beings, they're not only with physical body, but also without physical bodies, like thoughts and words and emotions and everything else. Okay, Sarvani Bhutani, Yetat Yonini. Yetat, Yoni means, Yoni is it's a sprouting point, the seed, the life force within a seed from which a tree comes, from a life force that produced all of us, that we formed in our mother's womb and came. That life force is what Yoni is. Okay, Yetat Yonini. Yetat, these two, the para and the apara, the creation and the creator, both are together. Yetat Yonini. All the beings have their birth, their origin in these two. Iti upadharaya. Thus you learn, you understand, you know. Upadharaya. Okay. Aham, I, Krishnasya, all. Jagataha, the prapancham, all the worlds. Prabhavaha, creation. Pralayaha, dissolution. Tatha, Tata Pralayaha, Prabhavaha, creation, Tata Pralayaha, same way, dissolution also. I am, Aham, Krishnasya Jakataha, Prabhavaha, Tata Pralayaha. Etad yonini bhutani, sarvaniti upadharaya, Aham Krishnasya Jakataha, Prabhavaha, Pralayaha, Tatha. Slokam number 7. Dhananjaya, there is nothing, even a trace of anything that is higher than me. All these are strung together in me, just like bell beads strung together on a string. All the universe, all the creations is all strung together, just like beads on a string. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Padangal are Mattaha parataram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Dhananjaya, as just to remind you, we covered this earlier. Dhananjaya means one. It does not mean that jaya over dhanam. It means one. How do you get victory over dhanam? Only when you detach yourself from it. Then the wealth comes after you. The same way Mahalakshmi came after Mahavishnu, right? And so Dhananjaya means one who deserves the wealth. One who deserves the wealth. That's the true meaning of that. Dhananjaya, Mattaha parataram. Mattaha, other than me, more than me. Parataram, superior or more sacred or higher. Anyat, something else. Kinchit, not even the slightest. Na asti, is not there. Sutre, in a string. Maniganaha, the beads. Iva, like this. Like the beads on a string. Idam sarvam mayi protam. Idam sarvam, all this. Mayi protam, mayi, in me, protam, they have been strung together. Bhagavan has a universal body. We are all parts of it, limbs. That is what Purusha Suktam also says. Everything is Bhagavan's body. And it is not physical. It is physical and beyond that. And so we start looking into the creation from this perspective, from a Vijnanam. Take the Jnanam as a basis, as a teaching from the scriptures, and start looking into it in different areas and start gathering and experiencing the bliss of the experiencing the Lord even in the smallest thing. Okay, that perspective is what Bhagavan is teaching in this. Okay, Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.